God damn it. That sucked. I got disconnected from Facebook. I have 3 or 4 bars because I'm parked further away from my neighborhood, which is a valley of terrible nonsense. So unfortunately, I got booted, but now I'm back. Thank you for returning, person who has returned to the stream. Let's see who it is. Is it going to show me? Well, there it is. It's CB! CB, thank you for coming back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Right when I recognized your presence, it stalled out right when I did. It was because, it's just the way it goes. CB, your new haircut is violently handsome on you. It's painful to watch. Frank Todaro, nice to see you. Hope things are going well. Frank Todaro doing the voice of Starscream in the new Transformers series of things. Give him a hand. Yay. CB, you do bring the pain, but not in the way that you think. Wait, were you talking about ass pain? Because then it is true. And this is my friend David Solazzo. David Solazzo, would you like to be on the show? I can bring you into the show, and we can have a chat from wherever you are in the world. It's part of the internet now. That goes for everybody. All you have to do is say, "Hey, Lou." That is dumb. That was my son trying to call me. I don't want to talk to him because I'm on the air. It's just how it goes. I can't imagine what he wants. I could imagine if I talked to him, he could tell me. But by doing that, by calling me when he knows I'm on the air, it shows a lack of respect. It's a typical parental thing that we've got going on. You know how it goes with kids and whatnot, and they're just general crumminess as kids. Yeah, well, especially since he was being, he's not replying to Jody, his mother, my wife's texts today, so I'm not going to answer his call. It'll show him. I hope he's not dying. I doubt he's dying. But there's always that chance. Boy, will this stream be tragic if it turns out that my son was dying and called me with his last breath. And I hung up on him with my watch because I'm a bad dad. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's see who's still watching. It's David Solazzo. David, would you like to chat? I can bring you right in. It'll be fun. Or not. I don't know where you are in the world. Last I saw, David Solazzo was gallivanting all over the Southeast Asia or something. Let's see if it works, Dave. Hold on. Wait, I have to do it like this because it's on. Oh, I know what to do. Wait. Oh, God, this is a terrible system. Here we go. Bam. International stuff. Mark Spurtle, a.k.a. Learboy. Hey, it's David Solazzo. How are you?
I'm good, Luis.
How's it going, man?
It's good. I'm just actually cooking dinner.
Oh, are you still in Southeast Asia?
No, I'm back home. I'm back in Edmonton.
Back in Edmonton.
Yeah.
That's very funny. Mark Spurtle, who was just on, he is Canadian, and he is moving from Vancouver, I guess, or somewhere in the west part to Toronto. He is a pilot for WestJet. I'm sure you've flown WestJet as a Canadian traveler.
I have. Those are actually more interesting places to live. Edmonton isn't like it's a great place to live. It's not like Vancouver. It's not like Toronto. But it's all right. It's been good to me.
Yeah. Is that near, I know you were working in Yellowknife?
That was a while ago.
Okay, it was. But it's been a while since I've seen you in person.
I was living in Edmonton. Whoops. And I was flying up to Yellowknife. You want to see, I don't know if this is the view of Edmonton from my house.
Oh, look at that snow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's like 60 degrees here.
Really?
So, Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the benefits of living in Canada.
Well, yes, and New York is enjoying the benefits of global warming as a 60-degree winter. Now, for those watching, Dave and I grew up together, going to grade school together, living on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. So he remembers trudging to Trinity School in the snow and other weather types that we have. Hello, Anna. Welcome to the show. I'm chatting with my childhood friend David here, who's cooking currently in Canada. I take the switch off. It's hot in this car. It's hot in Hell's
Yeah,
Kitchen.
it's hot over here too, actually, indoors.
I'm in cars. Oh, and now it's going to become like a stripping contest to see who can get out of their clothes as fast as possible. So why were you in Southeast Asia? Were you there for your business pursuits?
No, well, it was not mine. It was my wife Layla's. She was doing this yoga/writing retreat with her friend, and it was the first time that they did it. And
do you have to do the writing while in poses?
No, it was separately.
Okay, because I thought maybe in a pose it would unlock, the channels to creativity I suppose the lingering effects of the yoga help, but you don't actually have to write while in your warrior pose or whatnot.
Yeah, no.
It'd be difficult with your arms apart.
Yeah, I know that would be a really interesting way to do it. No, they didn't do it like this. But I got to go, and I'd never been to Bali before.
It was in Bali.
It was in Bali.
That sounds very lovely.
It was fucking awesome.
I believe
it was great. Bali is, it's a really it's. Have you ever been to India?
No.
Okay. So it's like India, except that it's much cleaner.
It's India is notorious for being a dirty, filthy place.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest place in the world.
Overcrowded and dirty
and Bali, most of Indonesia is Muslim, but Bali is 82. I looked this up. 82% Hindu. So it's got all the Hinduism, all the Balinese Hinduism, and it's really beautiful. I can see why people love going there. It's a beautiful, lovely, soft place to go.
It hasn't been ruined.
Well, it's got a very big expat population. There are in certain places. Like there's a town called Ubud, and it is a Westerner haven. It's a mecca of health food, actually. So
but it's not Muslim.
Pardon?
It's Mecca, but it's not Muslim.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oddly enough.
Interesting.
Yeah. So with tons of raw vegan restaurants. We went to this awesome Italian restaurant. You can burgers. I mean, these beautiful like people are paid very little in US dollars, very little. Maybe I don't know exactly what it would be, but it would be labor is cheap. Labor is
so your money goes a long way there.
Your money goes a long way. So you can build these incredible places. Like the restaurants we went to were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There was one, and there was this, what we always wanted as kids to get from the second or third floor down to the first floor, a fireman pole. So,
what?
So in this restaurant,
for the people who work there, or
for anybody,
customers? Yeah,
both.
My God.
So
that seems like a giant liability, but also very cool.
Well, yes, there are no rules over there, or if there are, I don't know what they are.
I guess.
But so you can.
When I was in college,
things, huh?
when I was in college, I used to talk about my dream is a very small dream that a college person might have was be that I wanted to own my own Taco Bell and live above it and then have a fireman's pole to go down and get food when I wanted. But I also wanted the option just to be able to drop a basket with a note in it.
That's awesome.
And they could just load it up with tacos and I could bring it back up. And
oh, dude, I've got a friend of mine.
My perfect life.
I've just got to interrupt this dream of yours to just notice that Jarrett Keller is actually watching this. He's a friend of mine from Boulder who lives in Sedona now, who I haven't seen in ages. So
weird.
Just wanted to say hi before we get back to Taco Bell.
He's catching up. My Taco Bell dream died a long time ago, so it's okay. They changed the formula of the whatever beef slurry they use. So I fell out of love.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that, Luis.
Eventually you can't. Everyone lets you down eventually. Never meet your heroes.
Well,
and don't eat hero meat.
Dude, so I had a similar dream that it probably died when I was in Edmonton. I actually wanted to open up a taqueria.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that I lived in San Francisco for a few years.
I think I did, but that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. That was in the 90s. And there were the best taqueria places I'd ever been to.
People say that about San Francisco.
In my opinion, they are there's this one particular place called La Taqueria, commonly referred to as La Tac by fans.
It's not short enough already.
No, it's not short enough.
Okay.
La Tac. And I wanted to open up a place in Edmonton because at that point, Edmonton, it still doesn't really have awesome burrito places. It's got some burrito places that are kind of like a chain burrito place that's kind of a step and a half up from Taco Bell, maybe 2 steps. I don't know what kind of scale.
But not a Chipotle. Somewhere in between a Chipotle and a Taco Bell.
Probably. This would be
Weird.
fast food, but it would be phenomenal.
That's interesting. So there's no Mexican food. That's interesting because Anna, who's also watching, lives in Milwaukee, and people don't think Milwaukee Mexican food, but there's actually a kind of historical migration of Latinos that went up into as far as Green Bay, but I guess it didn't make it all the way up into Canada. Migrant workers who were doing work, and then they hit that damn border. They got through our border, but they couldn't get through yours. America. So you wanted to have a taqueria.
I really wanted it. And at one point, we were actually looking for, I don't even know how to make a burrito, but I really thought that I would learn if I had a place. And so we were actually looking.
That seems like cart ahead of the horse.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A taco, first day being bear with me. I don't know how to make a taco. Welcome to La Taqueria.
I thought that I would kind of if we got a lease on some commercial property, that
might give you the kick in the pants to learn how to make a taco.
Bingo.
Bankruptcy, future ages of debt is a motivating force.
No, dude, my tacos would have been awesome. My burritos would have been awesome. I really wanted to kind of sneak into this place in San Francisco and see if I could get a job. Learn the recipe.
Learn from the inside.
This place was awesome, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, well, you could have hired away their head chef and just started.
I could have. I've got
in
this
Canada. There's so many options. The dream. I feel like we can resurrect this dream of yours.
I've got this great place to go. You can leave San Francisco and move to Edmonton.
But what's funny? When I was, did I eat tacos when I was in? I've only been in San Francisco once, and that was 2 years ago now, and a little last year. And I don't know if I I didn't get to really explore, so I didn't get to sample the food. But when I was living in Milwaukee, there was a guy who had been like an ex-skinhead, and now he was like a bike mechanic at the store I worked at. And anytime we would be talking about local burritos, be like, so what's your favorite burrito in this neighborhood? And he'd be like, this place in the Mission District. And I'd be like, fuck you, we're talking about local burritos. Like, well, I don't even consider what's here a burrito.
Oh, I know.
Because in San Francisco, the burritos are so much better.
I know.
I don't know. He did kind of have that weird California upspeak now that I think about it, but only when he was talking about tacos and burritos from the fantasy land of San Francisco.
Those were the days.
Like insulting all the Mexicans in Milwaukee who make just fine Mexican food. And Anna would agree with me, I'm sure.
Luis, maybe I have to tell you, you actually come up every now and then because...
Like a bad meal?
No, better than.
Oh, good. Good.
So when I am, well, it's passwords on any computer, like they're the bane of my existence. I hate passwords. And one of the oh, my cousin is watching. Hi, Shirley.
Wow. Yeah. It's showing you who's watching on your side, but not who's watching on... I don't see that.
Odd.
That's
very funny. But one of the questions that they ask for finding out what your if you forget your password is like who is your oldest friend? And you are always the person that comes to mind. Now, oddly enough, do you remember...
Now everyone knows how to break into David's passwords.
Yeah, that's true. But oddly enough, do you remember Ruthie? Ruthie, I can't remember her last... Goldberg. Ruthie Goldberg.
That name sounds really familiar, but I can't place a face to it.
She grew up on Central Park West between 88th and 87th.
Oh, so I probably would have known her from like just playing with you on the street.
Yes. Well, it was before playing on the street. This was like before we were old enough to play on the street. This is like nursery school, kindergarten. She went to either... Where did you... Do you remember where you went to kindergarten?
Road of Shalom.
Road of Shalom, yeah, okay. That's right, yes. So she went to Road of Shalom also. Now, it's really interesting that like a Puerto Rican / Irish man and a Italian / Welsh man who actually went to nursery school or kindergarten in a Jewish synagogue / school.
I just actually walked past there on Thanksgiving because we went to go look at the floats being inflated, outside the Museum of Natural History.
Right.
And then when we walked back, we walked past Road of Shalom.
Where is it?
Where is it? Still in the same place it used to be on the...
I have no idea where it is anymore.
Oh, no, it's in the same. It's in the exact same place, somewhere in like the low 80s, high 70s, on the Upper West Side, like close to Central Park West. And they had actually, after we graduated from kindergarten, they had expanded the school into so like they have like this, like the synagogue used to be on this side of the street, and they expanded to the other side of the street, so it goes like through the block. Cool. And at one point, my mom bought like a chair, school desk from there, hoping that I would be inspired to do homework on an actual school desk, which is not.
How old were you? Were you in college at the time?
No. I was in, I want to say I was at Trinity, probably.
Okay.
But
so
that my dad actually joined the congregation at Road of Shalom.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was a weird scammer. He was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to pull, but I don't think he ever went to services. He didn't convert, but he like paid the annual dues or whatever to sort of like probably write it off. I don't know. He was a scammer.
Did you know that your dad did my mom's operation on her eye? My mom had a lazy eye.
No, I did. I did.
He,
but it doesn't surprise me.
that was back in the 70s. She was probably the only like optometrist she knew, or ophthalmologist. What?
Ophthalmologist, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom never had her lazy eye fixed, but it's because she didn't trust him because he was. I don't know why she didn't do it, but it's funny. My friend Eli, who I was trying to get to sit in the car, is in town, and he is going through some surgery that like really was like yikes. He's having eye surgery, and I can remember my dad had a party once in Puerto Rico where he had all these patients come and sort of hang out at this party, and I was like, this is just weird. Like, why would you invite your patients to come like have a party with you? But one of his patients was there, and it was like a blind guitarist, right? And I was like, how is this guy your patient? And my dad was like, oh, he had really bad eyes, and I tried to operate him, and his eyes just collapsed. So he's blind now, but he's here to play the guitar.
Oh my!
And I was like, ah, it's horrifying. But anyway, well, it's been nice talking to you, but my time here in the car is done. I'm no longer legally required to be here, but I'd love to chat with you again sometime in the future.
Same here, Louis.
And I don't have to be. Okay. Don't have to be in the car either.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I'm sorry that the stream died twice because of stupid Wi-Fi attempts by the phone. I have 4 bars here. It should be disconnected. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Thanks, Dave. Enjoy your dinner.
Bye, Louise.
You should be making tacos, by the way. Bye.